Thank you for joining me here today. Today I'm going to cover off a bit more about a conversation I mentioned in a previous video, which was the experience of talking more with my daughter and of bringing my daughter more in on how I do my makeup. Basically my preparation for going out for a night out. Now I went out recently to Tempton Bowling, which I spoke about in a previous video. I was going out for dinner with some friends, and I thought this would be a really good opportunity to give my daughter an idea of what it is I do, show her as much as she wanted to see about makeup application, what it is that I do, and kind of how I go through the various stages, what I look like in between. And this was something that I felt would be interesting for her, and she might get some fun from it. She's at that age where makeup is an interesting thing. It's something she likes to play with her friends, and she has a clear interest in it. So seeing me do something is kind of a little bit of a common bonding, certainly more of a common bonding thing there with a daughter than you may get if you're trying to talk more in detail with a son. Now, the idea that I had for this evening was that I would basically get made up with my office door open. So this door, which leads out to the hall outside, is normally closed for when I'm in here in my office doing my makeup. And that's always how it's been in the past. It's very much a closed situation in here, and whatever I do in here kind of stays in here until I'm leaving, etc. and my daughter hasn't been able to see. And this time there was an opportunity for me to leave the door open, to let her know that I was going to be putting my makeup on, and really to talk her through some of what I was doing if she had an interest in understanding more about it. What was really interesting for me is that she chose to kind of sit and watch the whole process, which was what she wanted to do. She was really interested, very keen, very enthusiastic. What she wanted to do was kind of to see what I was doing and to understand what I did and how I could go from being the person she knows in her daily life to the person she's occasionally seen in photographs, for example. Now, I took her through the whole process. We went through beard cover, we went through doing my eye makeup first before foundation, why I do that. We talked about eyebrows, eyebrow shaping, and I basically just did my normal makeup routine with her watching and asking questions, making comments, telling me how I looked funny, particularly when I had, let's say, all of my contouring on and my highlighting, but I hadn't blended any of it and I hadn't used powder to set any of it. So you've got those streaks of white under your eyes, you've got white down the middle of your nose, you've got contouring on the bridge, contouring on your cheeks, and it looks, when you use like a cream contouring as I do, it looks really odd. And she was having fun with that, she thought it was fun, but then when it's blended in, she sees what the point of it is, and that was really good fun, really interesting. I'm quite light-hearted about this stuff, so when she looks at me and tells me I look funny, I don't take that to heart. It's a comment from an 8-year-old, it's what you'd expect to get. And really it's what you'd hope to get is genuine interest and honesty. What was really nice was by the time I got to the end of the process, so I'd done everything except putting on my wig, she could then see, particularly when the lipstick goes on, she could see the kind of the face coming together, as it were. And it's around about then that you make the transition and the change into looking more like Juliette than looking more like me, if you will. Put the wig on, and then suddenly she can see the whole thing. And, she said, you look like a woman. And that's a lovely thing to hear from your daughter. It's obviously what you're going for. It's the aim of the whole makeup transformation process is to look female, is to look like a woman. I didn't do my voice, by the way. I didn't do anything. So my voice was down here for the whole time. I didn't bring that into the mix. I was keeping things right down here where it would normally be. But it's something I mentioned. I said, often if I'm doing stuff, I will have a slightly different voice. It's not majorly different, but I consciously kept my voice at the normal level so that it was it was familiar to her. She's still talking to the same person. And we were having conversations about how, it's still me. It doesn't change, who I am underneath. It's all outside stuff. It's all cosmetic, very literally cosmetic. It is presentation. It's not foundation, if you want to put it that way. And I think it went very, very well. Certainly, she was very interested in what outfit I was going to wear. I wore a very conservative outfit. We were going out 10-pin bowling. I wasn't going to tot around in, this kind of outfit with my great big heels on. I just wore my nice boots, just nice ankle boots, black trousers, and a black top that I picked up as an absolute bargain from eBay. It's a Laura Ashley top. It's lovely. A little bit of lace around the shoulders and around the neckline, but otherwise it's just a very simple black top. And so I dressed pretty conservatively for the evening, mainly because we're going 10-pin bowling and you want to be free and you want to be able to, check things about. And I thought that for the first time going out with my daughter seeing me dressing, it made a nice transition, let's put it this way. I wasn't desperate to get my legs out. I wasn't desperate to go, all voluptuous or anything else like that. That wasn't part of the plan for the evening. All in all, went amazingly well. Had a great time. She seemed completely happy, and this is now a week ago. We haven't had any sort of blowback from the event. We haven't had any concerns, or nothing's really come up that has caused me to regret or to look back on it and think I should have done something different. In general, it couldn't really have gone much better. And with that in mind, I'm really very happy. Today they are out of the house, so I have the house to myself. I can do this kind of video recording type stuff, and I think I will probably get changed back before they come home, because I feel like I didn't prep for today. Today's, my wife knows what I'm doing today, but it's not something I've prepped with my daughter. So I quite fancy the idea of making it very much a pre-arranged thing. I don't want to pop out of a room and surprise her as Juliette. I think I'm much more happy for her to know that I'm going out. For example, I'll probably be going out next weekend. I'm not going to make Leeds up at Leeds First Friday this week, but I'm hoping to go out, and I might end up in London next weekend. I'm quite looking forward to that. So that would be another opportunity to pre-warn her, let her know what I'm doing, give her an opportunity to come have a look. And I suspect at some point, unless she's engaged in the makeup, it's probably going to get a bit boring for her. So just watching me do makeup, I think she's probably going to want to be more engaged, either to help do mine or for me to do something to her at the same time. So I'm going to need a lot more prep time for some of those events and occasions when I'm going to be sharing this with her and she's going to see more of what I'm doing. I think it's going to be quite a delaying thing for me in terms of getting ready and going out. So yeah, that's something very interesting. And it's nice having the open door, having the door open, my wife walking past, having all of this out in the open. It's a complete breath of fresh air. It feels so much more interesting. It is far much, it's hard to describe, but not needing to hide stuff away and having an open door policy, it's really amazing. And it's something that I'm very, very glad that we've managed to, to find our way towards. We've managed to actually get to this point. Never been happier with how things are going, at this kind of level with Juliette. So that's great news. Other than that, there's not really much more, I guess, to say about that experience. It was, like I said, very positive. So I'm very glad I've done. And I'm looking forward to the next time when maybe next weekend I can plan something around this and we can do something fun together. I know my daughter very well. I think this isn't going to work with all kids, for sure. She is very mature, very open. We've tried very hard as parents to encourage her to be like that. You know, you're partly responsible for how your children grow up or how they develop as they mature. But obviously their individuality is beyond your control. So there's an element of kind of proactive parenting and luck that has given us the results that we have, I think, in our daughter. It's all theorizing, but that's how I feel about it. And as a result, I'm super happy, super happy that we're in the situation and it's all going forward properly and in a way that we can enjoy, hopefully, as we move forward. So thank you for watching this video. I hope that was useful, interesting. If there's any comments or any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. You can get me through my email address, which is juliettesnoir@gmail.com, or through my website, which is www.julietnoir.uk. Both of those links are in the description of this video, as they are in the description of all of my videos. It's been great talking to you about this. Any questions? Love to hear from anyone. Take care as ever. Look forward to talking to you soon, and bye. Bye.